Hi, welcome back to English 111 online. This week will be our first full week. Last week we had the short week from Thursday through Sunday, and you had to do your little introductory paragraph and learn about academic tone and purpose and audience. And so this week will be our first week starting on Monday, and we'll go all the way through Sunday night. The rest of the course will operate the same way. So each tab will have a Monday through Sunday date on it. Okay, so this week you need to view my video, which you're doing now. Read pages 36 to 66 in your real writing book. View the slideshow presentation on being a global citizen, and read the document for assigned essay 1. Now, your graded assignment for this week is two things. First, complete the journal assignment for being a global citizen, and I'll show you how that works in just a moment. And the second thing is your pre-writing activity for your first essay. That's why I'm having you go ahead and read the essay document now, even though it is not due right away. But the pre-writing, go ahead and do that for this week. And what you're supposed to do for that is to find a web article that interests you and which meets the criteria of the first essay. In other words, this essay is an article about a practice in another country or part of the world that is affected by the cultural beliefs of that area. So you're going to have to do a little research. You're going to have to do some reading. There's some research tips in the document for the assigned first essay, and some places that I found that you might find as a good place to start and then branch off into your own research. You want to once you find that article, you want to post your URL on the Padlet entitled "What in the World is Going On in the World?" And after reading the article and the assigned essay document, go back to the post on the Padlet and add a few details that you would want to include in your essay. And this is a pre-writing activity because writing is a process. Pre-writing, drafting, revising, and editing. And so we're going to go through all the parts of the process. And this is the pre-writing part that we're doing this week. All right, so this week's resources, here we have being a global citizen. So view that, and then, excuse me, under the graded assignment, there is a global citizen journal right here. And so what we do for this is these questions are also written on the journal. When you open it, you'll see what does it mean to be a global citizen? What is meant by a country's culture? What is the difference between global culture and global issues? And what are some global issues that you might be interested in exploring through your writing? Not for this essay, because we're just looking at the culture for this essay, but in the future in this course, what are some global issues that you think you might be interested in? World hunger, or education, unfair education, or improved education, or health issues that you'd like to explore. So once you view that being a global citizen PowerPoint, then you'll go down here to Global Citizen Journal. When you click on that, it'll open up like this, and you'll see those same questions are right here. In order to complete the journal, you click on Start My Journal Entry. And then when you do that, it comes up like this and allows you to type right in here. It has things at the top that you can use just like you're used to with doing your, with typing something. Any kind of word processing program would be for that. So you just click in there and you start answering your questions. When you finish, you click Save Changes at the bottom, and then you can go back to it later and pull up the document again to add those points of interest. If you or change anything that you've written. Okay, so let's go back to my original. Come on. There's a little tab up there at the top that says return to. You can just click on that and we'll go back to our Moodle page for this time. So that's one graded assignment. The other graded assignment is to find that article that you're interested in that would talk about a practice in one part of the world that is affected by their beliefs and cultural traditions. And there are instructions for posting to the Padlet right here under the Padlet. So you can read those instructions and find out exactly how to do it, but it's really easy. All you have to do is have your web browser open that has your URL in it. Go here and click on the pink Add It icon there, the little pink circle with the plus in it. And then put your name in it and then add your URL to that. And once you do that, and once you read those instructions, I take you screenshot by screenshot through the whole process. So it's not hard to do, but if you have any problems, anytime you have a problem doing something, the default is to always send the information to me and let me post it for you. And then I'll try to discover, what the problem was with you posting it. But right now, my computer is not doing right. Okay, so the other thing is to read the essay 1, and that, like I said, that'll help you. That'll give you some tips for research so that you can go in there and start finding your article. If you can find your article without going through any of the links that I put in there, great. Find your article your way. Okay, so let's take a look at that document for just a minute. Let me pull that up. Okay, so here is what your document looks like. Every essay that we have will have this screenshot at the top. So for this one, we're going to be using analysis, and this is an informative essay using analysis. Our research requirements are one source, because all you need is one article. But if you have to go to more than one article, try to get no more than 2 articles, because this is a short essay of only 2 pages. So we don't want to have 6 sources on a 2-page essay. Apologize for my computer doing whatever it's doing. MLA 8th edition formatting and citation style. If you don't know what that is, you're not familiar with that, you can look that up on the internet. But for what we have to do for this week, you don't need to worry about that yet, because we're not typing anything up yet. We're just doing our pre-writing. And the length will be 2+ pages, excluding your works cited page. Now, don't worry if you don't understand MLA format and you don't know how to do works cited page and in-text citations and all of that. I am going to teach you that next week, so you won't have to worry about just knowing it or looking it up. However, some of you may already be familiar with it. Some of you may want to go ahead and look it up and see what I'm talking about. But don't worry, I'll teach you how to do it. Okay, so here are the directions for the essay. Explore how a culture's beliefs affect a tradition, a custom, a medical practice, a business practice, a ceremony, or anything else that you can find that is influenced by a culture's belief system. Write an essay to inform your readers how a cultural belief affects the particular tradition, custom, or practice. So a lot of leeway for what you need to find, but you need to look outside of the United States for this information. So the next paragraph says, like all of our essays for this class, your topic must have an international element or relationship. This is a global perspective course. And so all of our essays will focus in some way on an international, global perspective. The United States has a hodgepodge of cultural beliefs and practices, but make your focus in researching an article for this assignment on something outside of the United States. If you do pick something that is also like a festival that is also celebrated inside the United States as well as in other parts of the world, then still see where that tradition or culture comes from and explore that outside of the United States. All right, for your pre-writing, find an interesting tradition or practice in another country or part of the world. Read. You're going to have to do some reading and research for this to find out how the cultural beliefs affect the practice. If the first article you find does not give you enough information, keep researching. Paste the URL on the Padlet on Moodle. Create a few notes or bullet points on the most important information from the articles. As I said, something that you might want to include in your own essay. And then add those notes. You will get a grade for that Padlet, so that's a graded coursework assignment. Here are my research tips in here. I entered in Google how culture influences practices, and I found a lot of articles that I could look at, but here are just some that I put on here. These are not the articles that you can use for the essay. This is a starting place for you to read and find something that you're interested in and then go explore that thing. If you're interested in a cultural or religious celebration, you may wish to start with this link that has the 2018 calendar of world religious observances. If that's something, it does not have to be a religious observance, so that's just another source for you to start at and then find the thing that you are interested in. And once you find something that interests you and gives you some insight into the cultural beliefs that relate to the practice, then you're ready to draft your essay. We will not be drafting the essay. I mean, you can go ahead and read the rest of it and start drafting if you want to, but the graded assignment for this week has to do with this pre-writing that we're doing. So, back to our Moodle page. And on the Moodle page, you can see there is your essay link. There is the being a global citizen link. And then down here under graded assignments, here's your Global Citizen Journal, and here's your Padlet. So 2 graded assignments this week, and they're right there under graded assignments. I always set the tabs up to look this way, where I'll give you resources, and then I'll give you your graded assignments so that it's easy for you to find. Okay, so that's what we have to do. You need to have your work done before midnight on Sunday night, and that would be Sunday night, February 4th. And then on Monday morning, the next tab will be available for you to work on. I always open them on Monday, and then you'll have through that Sunday night. Now, needless to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, do not wait until you've got all the way till Sunday to do it. So don't wait until Sunday to do this assignment, because you can see it takes a lot of work and research and reading in order to do the assignment. So go ahead and start early in the week so that you're not rushed on Sunday evening trying to get it done. Okay, I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions, contact me. Remember, email is the best way to get me. I check that really often, and I try to get back with you as soon as I possibly can. So have a great week, and I'll talk to you next time.